Russia said the United States has no intention to withdraw from Syria despite saying it has such plans. That was stated by the Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov. He said America had pledged that its only aim was to drive out terrorists from Syria. Lavrov, however, has said despite these claims, the U.S. is actually positioning itself on the eastern banks of the Euphrates. Senior American officials have spoken of plans by President Donald Trump to withdraw U.S. troops from Syria. According to officials, Trump wants to replace the U.S. military contingent with an Arab force in northeastern Syria. His administration has asked Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the United Arab Emirates to send troops and contribute to required funding. Joining us live now from Ontario is Jason Unruhe, who is a political commentator and analyst. Jason, thanks for joining us. Do you agree with Russia that America is in Syria for the long haul?
Oh, definitely. I don't think there's any real question of that whatsoever. I'm sure that the United States had always intended to be there for the long haul from the very beginning. After all, it was their actions that created this entire situation to begin with. It has always been the U.S. goal to destabilize Syria to capture many of the resources in the country, particularly oil. But I think in this case, there are many other things that want to be captured as well. The use of the YPG, one of the Kurdish groups, to control territory that is not only near the oil fields but near the Euphrates River, which is very important as well. Meant much of the better agricultural land is now under occupation by the United States through proxy forces. Though I don't think that it's controversial to say that the U.S. really has no intention of leaving. I mean, they've already made that very clear by installing military bases in land that has been captured by Kurdish forces. So it really comes as no surprise. I don't think anyone really believed that the United States was not going to stay. I mean, the United States says that they were only there to defeat Daesh when they were the ones who created that whole situation to begin with. I mean, this is like saying that there was no intention to permanently occupy both Iraq and Afghanistan, yet there were permanent military bases inside of both countries. So they could say whatever they want, but I don't think anyone really believed them in this situation. I think it's a difficult thing to justify politically, especially when it's going to be even more difficult for Trump to handle, given that the United States so adamantly said that they were only there to get rid of the Islamic State, Daesh forces. But now that essentially that they are gone, they're going to have to come up with some kind of political cover to justify their continued presence.
I wonder then, Jason, for a president who came into office saying he wanted to put American interests first, America first, as Trump famously has said a number of times, does this policy put America first?
Well, it depends on how you define America first. If you're talking about U.S. capital, then it certainly would do that. Control over the oil fields would certainly be putting American corporations first. It would be completely supporting their economic power within society, not only the world. Capture of the oil fields also helps the petrodollar that seems to be waning a bit as of the last few years. So I think that by doing this, it really does put America first. At the very least, it puts American corporations first and reinforces their power in society when they already wield a tremendous, significant amount of influence. So to put it short, yes, I do believe this is putting America first if you believe that America's corporate power is the definition of what America is.
All right, Jason, we'll leave there at that. But of course, as always, we appreciate you sharing your insight with us.